The Supreme Court is far from over hearing about Obamacare. The High Court is expected to take up the controversial birth control mandate. At the heart of the case, is it constitutional to require employer-provided insurance plans to cover contraception for female employees without copays? Perhaps the most well-known case surrounding this issue is with Hobby Lobby. The for-profit Oklahoma-based retail chain with devout Christian owners is fighting the law on religious grounds. So what will happen to the health care law if this mandate is struck down by the Supreme Court? Joining us live in the newsroom is Fox 26 legal analyst Chris Tritico, Fox 26 news analyst Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Can't wait to hear what you have to say about this one.
Well, look, this is not the same thing as the overall constitutional attack that Obamacare has already been to the Supreme Court, and they said it was constitutional. So if the Supreme Court takes this case, and if they say this is unconstitutional, that part of the law will go away, but it won't affect the overall law. But let's talk. Who did I start with last? Let's start Jackie Bally. I think we'll start with you. Let's talk overall. You know, what the Obama administration was saying here, was Congress was saying when they passed this, was there's all these women that are already taking contraception and they can't get access to it, so let's make it a part of the law.
This is another example of this administration overreaching. I don't feel that bureaucrats need to come into the make financial decisions for business owners and tell them what they're supposed to do specifically with each insurance program for their employees. And you know, you have a lot of organizations of for-profit businesses like Hobby Lobby who are taking it from their religious standpoint, religious aspect. They feel it goes against their religious freedom, and they feel that the government is infringing on their rights.
But isn't Hobby Lobby already providing contraception services?
Not in all states.
And hang on. In the states that require it, they're already doing it. So what's their real objection here?
Because now it's going to make sure they're saying you have to cover in all states. Period.
So it's okay if a state does it, but not if the federal government.
Well, yeah, I feel that the federal government should not be. Again, they're overreaching. I think individual states need to make up their own laws and their own rules. I've always said that.
Okay. Mustafa Tamiz, what's the issue here?
I was laughing. This is a difficult position to defend. Poor Jackie's got to defend this position. I mean, look, it is odd and it is strange that people can get over the fact that Obamacare has passed and that it is providing health care to people. It's got its glitches, which I think are unconscionable. I think that the NSA people should take over this website, because if we can, you know,
they would be good at it.
Yeah, if we can spy on the chancellor's cell phone, the most powerful woman in the world, we can get to her cell phone and bug it. We should be able to provide contraception for women if they choose to want it. I mean, so that's, to me, this argument about Obamacare has to stop. We have to kind of move on and help to try to build the system so that Americans would have access to health care.
But there's really nothing wrong with a religious objection to contraception if that's truly what you have, is there?
Well, there was an exception made for the Catholic Church and a number of other charities. Now, a business who, you know, if you operate in 50 states and vast majority of those states ask you to provide contraception and you provide it today, and then you file a Supreme Court case saying that the federal government can't make me ask it, but my state government can, that's just silly, and it's over the top, and it's time that we stop this. A lot of the challenges with Obamacare is going to be that all of these people can't get over the fact, so they're making it difficult to run this system. And as a nation, once both chambers of commerce pass the law, the president signs it, and then the Supreme Court validates it, we have to start moving on.
Don't they lose at the Supreme Court on that issue alone? You've already done it in these 13 states. I made that number up. You've already done it in these states. You don't really have an objection now?
I think again, it's going to be very difficult for them to say, look, why is this federal government coming into my local business or my state business and telling me what to do? Every state has their own set of provisions, their own rules that have to be followed. And again, that's another example of this government just coming into the rights of the company. But we're looking at the statutes that are already in place. They're saying, yes, certain states already comply by this. Why is the federal government coming in and overreaching again?
Answer
Well,
that.
I mean, it's at the same time, it's okay for the federal government. What the conservatives are trying to do is to ban abortion. It's okay to mandate certain other things that they agree with. But whenever they disagree with something, they want the government out. But for the most part, they want the government in all the wrong things.
All right.
No,
I think
we've
we're-
always wanted the government out.
No. Do you want the government in all the wrong things?
But the primary issue here on this religious objection just doesn't seem to be one that in my view is in good faith if you haven't filed suit against the states.
Well, I think, again, what they're saying is, look, just let us run our own business. Let each state decide what they're going to do for their own policies, for their businesses in that state. And why are you coming in and putting other laws on top of what the state is already making us do?
Hasn't the government mandated what's in insurance policies for years?
For years. I just feel bad for Jackie because she's got to keep finding a way to.
I'm going to feel
we
bad
gotta
for
leave it
you
right
with your
there.
segment.
We're going to leave it right there, Dominique. We'll be back in a little bit to talk about, in the next hour, talk about Lone Star College's lawsuit on voting rights.
And Mustafa, I am loving the let the NSA folks take it over news. You know, and so many people on social media, I'm hearing from a lot of comments now about the unethical judges and all the power being out. But so many people want to know, you know, love to hear what you guys think, and I can't wait to hear the topic in the next hour.
All right.
Thanks so much, you guys.